Hi Leo, welcome to your month ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, thank you so much for all of your support. It truly means the world. With that said, if you would like to book a personal tarot reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless all of my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you, or should I say us, on our path to our highest vibrational good. And I say us because, as many of you know, I'm going to say it, I am a Leo ascendant. So let's have a look, see what is going on for us in the month of June 2019. So Leo, actions and interactions with the world at large. So you got the Tower card, right? So this for me, because your actions and interactions with the world at large is what you do, right? So this for me suggests that there is something about us this month where we are changing our own status quo. This is about where we're going to upset the apple cart, where we're going to make a decision that might be a little bit unpopular. But ultimately, when, you know, the Tower card, up it blows, down it goes. And it really does see you changing or shifting something. Your actions and interactions is what's self-led, right? These are the decisions and the choices that you make or the steps that you take in the world. The Tower card is shocking surprises, revelations, things exploding, right? It literally can be all of those things and so much more as well. And the fact that we've got the Tower card means that some way, shape or form, we are going to upset the balance of our own lives. We're going to, and when I say upset the balance of our own lives, that's not about creating or making waves for the sake of it. What it actually means is, if there is a structure in your life that no longer serves you, that just doesn't seem to resonate with you, it could be anything from a social circle to a relationship and everything in between. You are going to take that structure and shake the fuck out of it so that whatever comes tumbling down from it or out of it, you know is what no longer serves you. This is about you tapping into the spirit of freedom, liberation, fun, excitement, you know, vibrancy. The other thing as well about the Tower card is because it has that Uranus sort of, you know, Uranus sort of energy to it, it really does mean that this month we're seeking freedom and liberation, and anyone or anything that tries to hold us back or hold us down or not allow us to express who we truly are at a core level, this month you will be cutting them, it, or whatever out, right? This is the month where you are really saying to yourself, you know what, let's fuck the illusions off, right? Because this is the other thing as well with the Tower card. It's that realization that comes when an illusion cracks. And the thing about illusions, they rely on you believing that they are the truth for them to perpetuate. The second you see the truth of something behind the illusion cracks. It cannot perpetuate. And this month, you're seeking to know the truth, right? You are digging for the truth. And woe betide anybody that tries to hold you back from it. So this is not the month to fuck around with Leos, because they are feeling feisty. All right, so let's have a look with the money and materials. Got the Four of Swords, right? So money is going to be steady this month. It's not going to be slow. It's going to be steady. And when it comes to money, when it comes to finances, you need to take your time with everything. If you're purchasing a big ticket item, you want to make sure that you've got all the facts and figures about it. If you're purchasing a big ticket item, you need to make sure that that item is actually something that you want and it's actually something that you need. Why do I say that? Ooh, excuse me, right? And the reason I'm saying that is because the Four of Swords talks about rest, recuperation. It talks about taking that moment to slow things down. Your money and materials is literally your finances, but it could also be your home and it can also be your physical body. When it comes to your physical body, and especially with a lot of the, you know, vibrant energy that you're going to be putting out there this month, it's really, really important that you take moments to rest, recuperate, that you take moments to really tap into this idea of looking after yourself, right? On a physical level, your physical health needs to be a priority this month. So with your money and materials, like I said, it's not going to be a slowdown. It's going to be more a case of it's just steady. The number 4, grounding, organization, cross the T's, dot the I's. This is about you looking at your finances and asking yourself, where does my money go? What do I do with it? And like I said, if you are buying a big ticket item, if it's not something that you genuinely need or are going to get a lot of use out, think twice about it, because you might suffer a little bit of buyer's remorse, right? There's something about anything that's a big ticket item here that you really need to question yourself on why you're purchasing it. And because you've got the Tower card there as well, I would say as well, when you feel tired or when you feel like taking rest, do so, because your nervous system, you know, the Tower card, Uranus, nervous system might be feeling it a bit. So this month, if you are feeling that and you're feeling a bit frazzled.com, you know, or, you know, you've got so much energy that you just constantly keep burning yourself out, do take moments of rest. That's going to be really important for you. So your communications with the world at large this month, you've got the Knight of Pentacles. Interesting, because Cancer, I think, got this same card in this same position, right? So Leo, you are speaking your truth. You are determined to get to the bottom of something this month. It's almost like the feeling I get from it, or the image I'm seeing in my mind is, you know, the diggers. It's almost like there's something that you're looking to find out this month. And I have to tell you, with the Knight of Pentacles, be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it, as the song goes. And it really is that. I mean, you're very determined this month. You're very focused on getting the information that you need. You're very focused on getting yourself from where you are to where it is that you truly want to be. Your communication, I mean, this month you're networking with people, but when I say you're networking, this isn't about networking per se. This is more about you finding the kind of people that have the knowledge that you need. So it might not necessarily be this month that you're looking to make more friends or widen your circle or anything like that, but you are determined to learn. You're determined to get different or new pieces of knowledge that are going to further your ends, which I really like, actually. It's a good place to be in, you know, because when you collect and collate knowledge, you're able to sustain and grow yourself and possibly your business or your job in even bigger and better ways, right? So the Knight of Pentacles next to that Four of Swords as well. So your money, it could be that you're seeking financial advice this month. It could be that you're, for some of you might be going for a job interview as well. You know, that I've definitely got something here where you're seeking knowledge, information of alternative means, right? So it could be as well for some of you that you're not necessarily going back to school, but there is something here, you know, where you're wanting information, you're looking for information, and it's so that you can make a decision of sorts, but you're taking your time to make it. This isn't something that you're rushing or being hasty with, but you are certainly, you know, you're certainly very, very determined. You're certainly very much kind of like, you know what, I haven't got time for bullshit. What is it? What is it not? Is it or is it not? You know, there's not going to be any, everything's going to be very black and white to you this month, Leo. And, you know, just try and keep it a little bit chill. I'm kind of a bit like, ooh, okay, because I'm like, okay, what's going to happen? So yeah, it's going to be an interesting month for sure. Personal relationships, got the King of Wands, right? A fire sign male, an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. So I'm going to say that this is us, because I am, you know, and whether you're a man or a woman, it's kind of irrelevant. If you are single, the King of Wands is basically saying you got to get yourself out there, and this newfound clarity of who you are, of what you want, and being really clear cut about everything, that newfound clarity and, you know, determination to be clear and upfront about everything in what you're communicating, that's going to serve you really well for finding the sort of partner or the sort of person that you actually want to be with. Somebody that sees you and says, right, okay, you know what, this person is exactly as they are. What I see is what I get. And that really is it. You are literally, it's like, come as you are. Right, you're coming literally as you are and saying, this is all of it, right? Good, bad, ugly, warts and all. This is who I am, and this is what is on offer in a relationship if you choose to be with me. Because the King of Wands means what he says what he means. Fun, feisty, vibrant, has a fantastic sense of humour. I'm not just talking about myself, of course. Right, no, you know, jokes aside, this is somebody that really likes to live life, somebody that is emotive, somebody that is in it, you know, somebody that lives their life to the full as much as they possibly can, and you know, tries to be as honest and upfront as they possibly can about everything. And also, you know, I'll admit, one of the traits of the King of Wands is sometimes he can be a bit of a big kid, right? 90% of the time that's actually really good, because it means that the laughter and the humour is there. 10% of the time it's, you know, you spit your dummy out the pram. Yes, I have tantrums every so often, whatever, I'm human, sue me. For those of you that are partnered, this suggests that you are standing in your truth this month. This suggests that anything that arises that needs to be transcended between you, you will be standing firm. You will be standing your ground, right? So there's a lot more enjoyment. And actually, this suggests that as a couple, you will be leading this drive for you to get out there, for you to have more fun, for you both to socialize more, right? So if you're in a relationship, this kind of suggests, Leo, that you need to lead the way on more enjoyment in the relationship, right? So it doesn't suggest that there will be any problems. It's more a case of you're saying, right, you know what, something about the relationship needs to change, and I'm going to make that happen, right? So actually it could be very good for you. And you know, if your partner's like, oh, I don't really want to, or can't be bothered, you're like, no, fuck that, get your glad rags on, we're going out, sort it out. Right? So I like this, because you've got the King of Wands right next to that Knight of Pentacles. Everything's very clear cut for you this month. In fact, this is probably the most clarity that I've seen in the Leo cards for the whole year, right? This is pure and utter, you know, what you see is what you get. We'll deal with everything as it is. No lies, no holding anything back. I really like that. I mean, that's just because I suppose my Aquarian sun is showing itself there. I'm the sort of person, I don't care how painful the truth is, no matter what it is, just give it to me, right? Once I know what it is, I'm cool, I can deal. So really interesting. First week of June, we've got the World card, right? There is a big shift, a big change, possibly a change in status coming here. So I'm going to have to call it now, now that we get more clarity and context. Because you've got the Tower card with the World card, this is a big shift, this is a big change. There's something here that happens suddenly, right? So this could be that your relationship goes from where it is to the next level. So this could see you going from boyfriend and girlfriend to being engaged. It could see you going from being engaged to getting married. It could see you being in a relationship and then, you know, being single. There is a big change in status coming here. However, this could also be on a professional level. For some of you, you could be deciding that you're actually leaving your job this month. For others of you, you could be finding a job that makes much more sense to you, for you to be in, for you to put your time and your energy and your passions into. The World card is always where you master something or you level up. So therefore you take a step up in a level, you change your plateau or your surroundings. For some of you as well, it could even be that. It could be that you're finding a new place to live. And this could be an international place. Some of you could be making that decision this month where you're saying, you know what, fuck it, I'm off, I'm going to immigrate to a different country. Really, really interesting. But whatever it is, there is a big change coming right out of the gate in June. Right? So literally that first week is going to be all about change. And you know, like I said, a lot of this, because it's your actions and interactions, this is going to be about conscious change. This is about changes that you're making because you want to make them, not because they're being forced or thrust upon you. Second week of the month, we've got the Chariot card. Victory, success, winning out. If you are going for a job interview of some kind, if you are called into a second interview on a job, don't panic. The Chariot card is basically saying you've got it. Whatever the job is that you've gone for or that you're going for, you get it, right? The Chariot card, I love this. And the fact that it falls right next to the world card, there is a big success coming. There's a big shift. There is a big, it's almost like, I don't know whether the words are you're being headhunted or you're being spotted. In the process of what you do, you're being spotted. If you're taking a job interview, and you'll be called in for a second interview, and if you're called in for that second interview, say to yourself, before you even get there, I know I've got the job. That's why they're calling you in for it. In terms of finances, the Chariot card says, if you take your time over any purchase that you make, especially a big ticket item, if you really think it out and don't make that decision through haste, you'll be fine, and that actually will be something that you purchase that will be very beneficial for you. So don't just go off on a whim and say, yeah, fuck it, I'll put it on the credit card. Think about it. You know, how is it truly going to help or serve you? And once you've got your answer, if it is a solid one, then go for it, because the Chariot card says it will come good. But yeah, finances, I'd actually, even with the Four of Swords there, I feel like money will be steady this month. I don't feel like there's any dips. I don't feel like there's any massive windfalls, but everything's on an even keel. Money will just be okay. Well, I said not okay. Money will be good, but it will just be that, right? There's no big shifts, no big tall, no leaps, but there's also no dips, right? What more can you ask for? Third week of the month, got the Sun card. I'm telling you, there is some sort of big shift, big success. You know, I said headhunted. Communications, you've got the Knight of Pentacles. This is you being determined and resolute to be seen for who you truly are. The Sun card, right? So the Sun in astrology represents Leo, right? It's the ruler of Leo. Sun card in the tarot, brightest card in the deck. It's power, abundance, it's blessings, it's joy, it's enjoyment, it's happy times, right? There is so much to be looking forward to having fun with this month. And what is really, really important is that you shine. It's really, really important that you stay 100% authentic and true to who you are. There are eyes on you this month, Leo. You are being watched. And I don't mean like in a creepy way or like a, ooh, they're under surveillance way. You're being watched for a reason. And this reason that you're being watched is because you're displaying talent. You're displaying things that people want around them or want to hire or want to have in their organization. So it's really important that you stay in your integrity, and it's really important that you present yourself as nothing more than exactly who and what you are. Fantastic. Love that. And then finally, the fourth and last week of the month, we get the Fool card, right? Look at that. New things, new places, new people. There is a brand new beginning coming here. So you've got the Sun card and then you've got the Fool card. And as I see this is a moment of pure destiny. There is going to be a moment this month that changes your life for the better. And, you know, if that means that you have to upset the apple cart in the meantime to get really clear or really focused on certain things, you go for it, right? Not all of it's going to be 100% easy and plain sailing, but there is going to be something that is truly spectacular and something that really does change your life here. And it will be changing your life for the better. So, interesting times. Remember what I said, clear cut, black and white, as it is. Your key to the month. You've got the Four of Cups. There are going to be more options available to you than you can possibly even fathom at this moment in time. Life is going to become a smorgasbord in the month of June, which is going to be really fantastic for you. This is going to be a month where things just seem to open up for you magically in preparation for, you know, for later on in the year when we turn into Leo season, right? So this is for the month of June. Next month we're moving into Leo season for the solar return for Leo. So this is really interesting, and it suggests that June will be laying the foundations of you getting ready to welcome in this brand new era of life that's coming to you. Check this out, you've got two fours here as well. So it's like the Four of Cups falls underneath the Four of Swords. Four is all about stability, organization, doing what needs to be done, crossing the T's and dotting the I's. As long as you do that, and as long as you remain true to who you truly are, you will be heading towards the most abundant blessings than you can even think of or fathom at the moment. And you can't even, I mean, when you see how this opens, I'm really excited now. I'm a bit dubious because obviously, like I said, there are moments that are going to be challenging, but there are also moments that are going to change your life for the absolute best. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know how it shapes up for you in the comments. Take care. I'll see you soon.